So last night, yesterday in class, we learned three major rules on how to take a derivative: the product, the chain, and the quotient rule. So let's just go into further detail about what those have to offer. So for the product rule, you take f of x, you multiply it by g prime of x, and then you add f prime of x and multiply it by g of x. So when taking the derivative of x cubed plus the natural log of 6 times the square root of x, let's call x cubed plus the natural log of 6 f of x, and let's call square root of x g of x. Okay, so we take the derivative of x cubed plus the natural log of 6, you multiply it by the square root of 6, and of course you add x cubed plus the natural log of 6, and you multiply it by the derivative of square root of x. And so once that is performed, you have 3x squared plus 0, which of course is the derivative of natural log of 6, multiplied by square root of x, plus x cubed plus natural log of 6 times 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. And in the end, after you simplify it, we get 3x squared times square root of x plus x cubed plus the natural log of 6 over 2. So that was just a quick reminder. Let's move on to the chain rule. Taking the derivative of 5 plus x squared to the third, remember we have to bring the exponent down in front, so we have 3 times 5 plus x squared to the 3 minus second power, or 3 minus first power, excuse me, which is squared, times the derivative of x squared, which turns out to be 3 times 5 plus x squared, quantity squared, because it's 3 minus 1 again, times 2 of x, which is the derivative of x squared. And we end up with 6x times 5 plus x squared, quantity squared. Moving on to the last problem, the famous quotient rule, which is of course g of x times f prime of x minus f of x times g prime of x over g of x squared. And so a tough problem. Okay, just